No, thank you very much for the questions. The first one was about gender-based violence and bullying in schools. And what our approach is mainly is to first conscientize our learners or our schooling community, strengthening our life orientation to make sure that children also appreciate and understand what bullying is. And we've been on road shows, because the deputy minister leads that, to really even enlighten kids to say a joke that is hurtful is not a joke. It is bullying. And just make them aware and raise consciousness amongst learners. But it doesn't end there, especially when it comes to adults, because there's lots of blackmail, there's fear and all sorts of things. That's where we're talking about Let's Talk campaign, where, again, children are supported or assisted to really talk when they are bullied, because the bullies don't do it openly. They won't bully, so they're going to do it privately, blackmail and other things. But also more important, it's to get not only learners and teachers speaking or talking, but also the parents. If you recall the Orlando East case, where it was a security at the gate harassing learners as they came in, the school only picked it up when that learner told her mother to say, Umkulu always says the following, Umkulu always says the following. And that's how they picked it up and were able to deal with it. So which means it really needs us to deal with it first yes, indeed, as the education community, but also get support from parents and any other person who might be aware. And in terms also of the program that we're talking about prevention of teenage pregnancy and other things, schools have an obligation now to report any misconduct. Should it be sexual harassment, molestations, they have an obligation to go and report if they are aware. But as I say, they're not always aware, because whoever is a perpetrator is going to do it privately and try to hide their work as much as possible. But SAYS also, which is the Council for Educators, is the one that also has the responsibility about the professional conduct of teachers. So if a teacher has been really reported, then they have to deal with all the matters that relate to that misconduct, which does not exclude us also as a department to deal with misconducts like in the form of discipline. But they're the ones who have really even the power to deregister a teacher and do all sorts of important and necessary steps. So all of us as a sector, the police and everybody has the role. In terms of progress with textbooks, I was in the Eastern Cape on Tuesday. The fact of the matter is that the province got money late from its treasury. Orders went late, but the books have been bought, they're being delivered, and we hope that even before the end of term 1, they would have received the books. But in the meantime, we've asked schools to continue with work, because most of the books that were not there were your stationery. To say, use whatever materials, even if it's last year's book, let them write. So when the books arrive, don't fold hands and don't do work because pens and papers have not arrived. And the message has gone through, and I'm told that the system has been going on, unfortunately, with that misfortune of really having books delivered quite late. But there is progress. It's a bit slow, because books were ordered a bit late, but it is happening. But in the meantime, also other measures were sought to make sure that teaching and learning continues. So I think those were the questions. Okay, thanks.
I'm just coming back to say thank you for your time, and thanks for the questions and the engagement. The statement is already available. We'll engage based on it already. There are some requests for interviews for staff. We'll have to handle those after this. Thank you so much, Minister Phahla. Thank you so much, Minister Motshekga. We appreciate it. Thank you.